Have you received your copy of this best-selling book? I Want My Own Husband, Mindset and Standards on Marriage. This is for men and women. Don't miss out.
The one. I know she exists. The place that she dwells in my heart, my mind, and soon in my life. I won't give up. I won't settle for less. I'll be waiting, working on me so I can bring my best. I'll be contemplating, taking her hand, feet in the sand, saying I do forever love you. I know she exists. She is there in the midst. She is alive and well. She is waiting for me, and I will develop the know-how to love her. The willpower to adore her, cherish her, and spoil her. I know she exists. The one I've waited my whole life for. I want my own wife. I deserve you. I implore. I had no business pursuing him. In the midst of my pursuit, I lost my way. In conclusion, my space was invaded by someone unavailable. My mother always told me I was a good thing to be found. Unbeknownst to me, I gave up pieces of my love to a clown. A man with legacy in his grasp, a wife and children, all that I wish I had. There's still time. I'm still young. I want my own husband. Not gonna miss my turn messing around with the time clock love.
What's up? Welcome to Creative Emotions. If this is your first time joining, what you will receive is motivation, information, encouragement, inspiration, empowerment, transparency, and you're going to get these good vibes. Ain't nothing you can do about that. I want to welcome everyone to the show. Thank you so much for tuning in. That was my book, I Want My Own Husband. It is definitely available. www.thecreativeemotions.com. It is a really good read. No, it's not a poetry book. It's a regular book, but after each chapter, there is a poem, a poetry. Whoa. It's really good. And it's different. It's for women and men. So check that out when you have a moment, if you have not already. If this is your first time, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and share. Share with your family and friends. I'm always going to bring something that's going to help you. We don't point fingers around here. We don't blame. We take accountability and we point at ourselves and we do the work that needs to be done. So Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Okay. 2024. You made it. We made it. I'm excited. I am super excited. This year, I pray God gives you the desires of your heart, but that you're willing to do the work for it. That's what I pray for you. That's what I pray for you. Okay. You got to do the work. I want to let you guys know, January 12th is Poetry and Conversations. Listen, if you have never been, you are missing out. January 12th, 21573 Grand River. The feature is such a beautiful soul. Met her a couple of times and she's on my Instagram now. Just loving her healing work and what she's doing with herself. Her name is AB. So she's going to be taking us on a poetic journey. And that's January 12th. She will be the feature. If you have never made it, mark your calendars because it is a beautiful, delicious time where we have good conversation, where you hear poetry, comedy, rap, whatever somebody brings to the stage is open mic. And it's a free space to bring whatever it is that God has blessed you with. I try to make sure, I let people be who they are. I don't have no script for you. It's like, do you? And so I've been very pleased to have people, it's their first time doing features, just taking us on different journeys. And it's just been beautiful. I have no complaints. I am just so excited about this year. And I hope you are too. So today's show is, are you content? Are you content? And when you think of content, do you think of settling? Right? When somebody say contentment, you think, I ain't gonna never settle. Do you think contentment means settling? Or how do you feel about that? Do you think poverty? Like, if I stop, I ain't gonna be rich, or I ain't gonna get no money, or like, what comes to your mind when you think of being content? This is a question I want you to ask yourself. Make sure you share this with your family and friends as we come into this new year, when we have all of these goals and different things, and we're looking at other people and where we think we should be and what we're doing and what we're not doing. And all of this can create some form of anxiety. I just want to encourage you in contentment and what that looks like. And so share this with your family and friends. Happy New Year, Talks with Todd. Thank you so much. A huge supporter. You are awesome and amazing. You and your beautiful wife. I thank you both. Okay, I see worship. You retracted your statement, but shout out to everybody that's watching. Shout out to Podcastic, okay? Shout out to everybody who's watching on Podcastic as well. But I'm going to discuss a couple of different forms of contentment and what that looks like. Contentment is a state of happiness and satisfaction. So if you just think about all you have is literally right now, can you say, I'm satisfied in today, or I'm happy with today? Not even thinking about nothing else, not going back, not moving up too far, but just right now. Can you say you're happy when you're satisfied? So that's what contentment is. It's a state of happiness and satisfaction. So contentment, as defined by the Bible, goes beyond mere satisfaction. And of course, this is for people who believe, it is an inner state of peace and fulfillment that transcends external circumstances. Okay. That might be spam. Hey, welcome to Creative Emotions. Who am I speaking with? Is that spam? Spam, is that you? That's spam. That's okay. You could have got in on the conversation. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. Oh, the spam, call it in. But contentment, as defined by the Bible, goes beyond mere satisfaction. It is an inner state of peace and fulfillment that transcends external circumstances. But before I start, Holy Spirit, come on in the room. Come on in here. Be in this space, be in a place, be in my words, my delivery, because no matter what, no matter how many people watch, I want this to be effective. And if it reach one person, it's done its job. And I get a lot of calls afterwards like, that's what I needed, or I needed to hear that. And that blesses my heart no matter what. And so I do want to take the time to thank everybody who continues to watch and continues to ask me what's next and what you talking about next week. And so thank you to everybody that support me. I appreciate it. You are much appreciated. I appreciate it so much. But Hebrews 13:5, the ESV version. Keep your life free from the love of money and be content with what you have. For he said, I will never leave nor forsake you. And that is a promise. And so when we understand and we stand on these promises that we get from the belief that we accept and receive, that should give you some type of peace and contentment, knowing that no matter what, if you free yourself from this love of money and this rat race and this chase, you will have peace. You will have the ultimate peace that passes all understanding. And I believe that. I put my life on that. But Luke 12:15, the ESV version, and he said to them, take care and be on your guard against all covetousness, for one's life does not consist in the abundance of his possessions. And I feel like that's all that's being taught and pushed right now in our society. It is possession based. It is position based. And nobody is thinking about the most delicate thing, which is your peace of mind, your soul, your purpose, what it is you have, nobody else has. That's something that we got to bring back to the forefront of our life. And so being discontent is a dissatisfaction with one's circumstances. So a lot of times, if you start putting your life towards somebody else's or comparing yourself, you will be discontent. You will be in a place that, you'll never find rest. That is not a way to live. Like, we have to just be so mindful. People are leaving this earth daily. And to know that I'm here another day. And if I get up another day, I got another day. Like, we take that and it's cliche, but it's really something to think about, really something to look at, how, appreciative we should be daily to seek this thing out, not being like anybody else. I think that's kind of a slap in God's face, to be honest. Like, what I am is not enough. Like, no. But you got to get to a place of self-worth and, again, some sort of contentment. So discontent, you can be in a relationship, marriage, your job, your career, your possessions, your status. It's like one size car, you got to go get another one. One size house, you got to up that. And so I learned in this journey, because I literally started from scratch. After I left my marriage, I left with nothing. I actually had negative in my account. Okay. And I put my total trust and faith in this God that I've been serving for years. And I said, listen, when I get up out of here, I'm not coming back. And if you give me the opportunity, if you give me this opportunity, this last one, I will not. And when I tell you doors begin to open, people begin to come and help. I had the resources I needed. I started from nothing. Literally sleeping on the floor with a blanket, and I felt peace and contentment. That is the peace that passes all understanding. That's it. I felt like, wow, this is what this feels like. Starting from nothing. Then I had like a little bedroom set. I would make my bed, get out the bed, and that was given to me. I had different things given to me, and I had, I got this in storage, or you can have this and you can have that. Everything was just like, oh my God, I had everything I needed. And that brought me to a level of a different kind of contentment, because I'm worried about where I should be. I'm this age, how I'm moving backwards, but I really wasn't, because I learned so much in that. I learned so much. So then I was able to get my own bed. So then I put that bed out, got my own bed, which means I made my room different. Then I grew to another level in my own way, in my own right. Now my room was different, and I created it this time. It wasn't what was given to me. So I got contentment in that. And I said, you know what? I'm going to do this and do that. I'm going to paint and put some stuff up. And then I created my space, but I still was content with every level that I was at. Then I was blessed in 2023 to purchase my own home. Listen, honey, okay, purchase my own home after coming from nothing. I was moving this stuff out of this house like, where did all this come from? But over the years, I accumulated, but I still had patience, and I had a form of contentment to say, you know what, where I am is where I'm supposed to be, and I'm gonna keep striving to do something different. But I can't rush this process. Rushing the process will get you somewhere where you're out of season and out of time. And if you trust your process, you're doing the work, you're doing what you're supposed to do, things gonna happen for you. But you gotta trust that, and you gotta believe that. So do you trust God? That's the question. Do you trust God? Do you trust the God that says he's in each and every one of us? The God that will never leave nor forsake you. Do you believe in that God? Because it's easy to say, yeah, I believe in God, or, whatever the cliches is, or whatever belief, whatever it is. It don't matter what you believe. If you don't believe it, what are you doing? If you believe in Buddha, what are you doing? If you believe in all the rest of them, like, what are you doing? You believe in Jesus, what are you doing? You believe in Muhammad, what you doing? What you doing? Are you going to the mosque? Are you praying 5 times a day? Are you doing the principles that go along with what you say you believe? Because that will get you to a place of contentment. When we're not, we're out of place. This is your journey. So if you say, I identify with this certain belief, I identify with this way of living, then that's what you're going to be held to. Because you're making the decision. So you'll find contentment and you'll find peace and really, truly giving what you say you believe a chance. So think about that. We may have all reached a point where we wish that life was different, and staying in this mindset is kind of difficult and it's dangerous. Like, if I did the woulda, coulda, shoulda, and if I shouldn't have met that man, and I can go through all of these things, but it would change my life. And I love my life. I love everything about my life, and I wouldn't change none of the stuff I went through. I wouldn't change not a tear that I dropped, not the happiness that I had, none of it. All of it created the person that I am, which helps me be content with whatever's next. It's just going to be a part of the process and a part of the journey. And it just brings so much peace when you think about this. When you think about, I trust the process. I'm surrendered. Okay? All things work together for my good, honey. No matter what, all things work together for my good. And I believe that. And I live like that. Shout out to everybody that's watching. Hello. What's up, Coach Nay? Shout out to Marcus McGee. Talks with Ty, Allison, Harlan. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you guys share this with your family and friends. But it seems that people are trying to live the life of others and without taking into account their own journey and purpose or their real desire. You know, some people are doctors when really they want to be a chef. And so they're miserable and they paying all this debt off. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? You want to be a yoga instructor, but you a therapist. Like, that's still a form of therapy. And so it's important to be true to yourself. It's important to understand what is your purpose and your desire and what it is that you want to do. What are you led to do? That will put you in a place of contentment. So I asked again, are you content? What has been the source of your discontentment if you're not? How do you look at contentment? Because that's important. If you're just joining, that's what we're talking about. Are you content? So craving something that don't belong to us or desiring something out of season often creates the discontentment that I'm talking about. And again, it's dangerous with any means necessary mindset. I know some people that's out here, I'm going to get it by any means necessary. That is dangerous. I would not encourage people to have that mindset, because that can affect your character. That can have you doing things that you regret, and then that'll bring you back to discontentment, because now you done put seeds in the ground with this I'm gonna do it however I need to do it mindset, and then that'll be something that you have to eat later in life. So be careful. Be careful with the mindset of I'm gonna get it anyway, any means, especially when it comes to money. Ain't nobody got time for that. Nobody. But being discontent, it can affect you emotionally, mentally, and psychologically. It can affect you from a sense that life lacks the pop. You know, everybody like, I want to be in the scene. I kind of struggle with that. I ain't gonna lie. I struggle with the busyness of my life when my children were a little younger. And when I rested, I didn't rest because I still was... In my mind, I'm 15 different places. I should have been over there. Oh, man, I got to go over here. Oh, I got to do this. I got to do that. So even when they had off days, I still was running around doing all kind of stuff. So I felt like I wasn't being productive. If I wasn't moving around, if I wasn't all over the place, and I was running around chasing my tail, not doing nothing for real. Like, when you really look at and take account the things you do, the time you spend, is it worth it? Because again, this can create discontentment, because you're running all over the place and you're not getting anything done. Nothing is getting checked off your list, but your time is wasted. It's gone. Your whole day has gone and you have nothing to show for it. That can bring discontentment. So most of the time it's believed that whatever is being desired will provide the degree of fulfillment, significance, happiness, and satisfaction that people long for. And a lot of times that's not the case. If you think about all these stars in Hollywood, how many people has taken themselves out of this earth, time, space, reality? They have taken themselves out. They don't want to be here anymore, but they have the money. They have the fame, and they probably got family that love them. What was missing? What was it? That discontentment? Because you got everything else, but if your soul is longing for something, people can't see that. Only you know that. And that's why it's important to do your work. Do your work and get fulfilled in this life. Get fulfilled. And nothing else matter, man. You can have a check, but if you're not fulfilled, you can be on the edge of that bridge. Mm-hmm. You can be on the side of that building, contemplating. You can be in your house, contemplating, allowing that negativity to consume you because you're discontent. Think about this. We've lost some very, very important people. And thank you so much for sharing, sis. We lost some important people because in hindsight, people want other people's lives. So you think only if I had that money. Like Robin Williams, I thought about that. And I think about him often. He was so funny. One of the best actors. Like, and he took himself out of here. And could nobody understand, but while everybody's laughing on social media, in the high life, with the furs, the money, all of this stuff, something is missing, something is lacking, which creates this discontentment. So don't ever want what somebody else has because you don't know what it costs. You don't know what it costs them. Some people making deals with darkness to get to something, to a possession or a position. I refuse to sell myself out. Like, no. Some people told me, oh, you just need to cuss a little bit on your show. And shoot, that boy will blow up. Really? If I don't cuss in real life, what makes you think that I'm about to be on here cussing and fussing and then just bringing up everything that's controversial to blow up? So then people can judge me harshly because now I'm a whole hypocrite? Are you kidding me? People have to be careful with this social media because you allow people in your space and you allow people to judge you no matter what. And if you don't have no tough skin, you might be in the wrong position. Everybody want to be a content creator. Everybody's an influencer. Okay, you an influencer until you have to be influenced yourself. And so people got to be careful with that. I'm not changing what I say my platform is so that I can blow up. Like, that goes against everything I'm talking about. Just being true to yourself. I have to be true to myself. So if I get my couple people that come on and get shared, whatever it do, I know I can sleep at night. And I'm good. Because I'm content with the journey and this process. But yeah, people gonna have opinions, if you will, on what you're doing and what you could do to make it better and make the money and make the moves. And if you not led, then don't do it. That's what I'm gonna say. Don't do it. You have no idea what type of issues and the type of money that you're desiring can bring. A lot of people want a lot of money. A lot of money can bring a lot of problems that you are not equipped for, not ready. It ain't all about spending. You got to invest so it can be residual. This is a live call-in show. The number is 313-266-2811. I'm talking about, are you content? So if you're content and you got a story about you being content, how that came to be, make sure you call in 313-266-2811. But be mindful of your behavior when these feelings come up, when you have that anxiety and that irritability for people around you, your children. You mad at the spouse or you're the person you had the kids with. So you mad at the kids. You discontent at the whole situation, your life. I had somebody say they hate their life, and it breaks my heart because that's how they feel. There's nothing I can do. I can pray for you. But some people are there. Agitation and anger. Be careful if you're feeling these things. These are signs of being discontent. Being discontent with where you are. But discontent people often blame others and they play the victim. They always wallow in self-pity. It's like, you gonna just stay there? Like, I can't even get you out? I don't know. Is that spam calling again? Hey, welcome to Creative Emotions. Who am I speaking with?
Chef Wilson.
Hey, what's up, Chef?
Wonderful show, Q. I just wanted to chime in. You were talking about wanting what other people have.
Yes.
But I just wanted to say status does not equal peace.
You said status what?
Status does not equal peace.
Mm-hmm. That is true.
It's just my belief that your peace comes from your purpose.
Mm-hmm. That's a
And your
fact.
life, and I always say, your life only has to make sense to you because God gave you your purpose. Or you talked about, we're on the last show, about taking time and asking God to show you,
Yes.
right? So I do see a lot of people clout chasing status because what they believe they see other people doing that's bringing them joy. But when the lights and the cameras are off, like you said, Robert Williams was suffering.
Absolutely.
We
Broke my
suffered.
heart.
Yeah, they did with me also. I grew up with that cat. So I'm a firm believer at this point in my life, like you said, some people are going to a job where they were meant to be something else. But maybe it starts real simple like this. A family member, you may tell them your heart desires as a youth. And they say, oh, that's okay, but this pays better.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, that's exactly how it happens.
That's just what happens. So a lot of people say, well, I'm going to go to school to be an engineer because subconsciously my auntie and uncle say that pays, the status, and then you're in the conversation. So what do you want to be when you grow up? An engineer? Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Now, it's not.
And boost you up. And if you say anything opposite of these high value jobs, if you will, then they're kind of frowned upon, and it's sad because people can't really truly get to know themselves and their true desires when you're led by other people's desires for your life, and it happens more often than not.
And you're absolutely right. So I would encourage people to, if you've forgotten what that was, just sit down, like you asked for your purpose. Just sit down and see the things you were passionate about as a youth. Because if not, you'll grow up and every day of your life will be a Monday. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, Lord, help us. Not every day Monday. Well, I really like Monday. Like, Monday is my favorite day. So.
Most people, we know what Monday represents.
Yes.
Right. So I do like the topic, everything you're saying thus far. But I had to remember myself. What brings me joy. And when I get in the kitchen, I'm at peace. And you know how I do, Q.
Are you content?
I'm happy. I have peace with that. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
So when I'm there, that's my peace. When I'm working on cars, that's my peace. When I'm writing, that's my peace. So I stay there. You know what I'm saying? And then God reveal other talents that I have. But just to go back to say, and then I'm going to leave, status does not equal peace. And we have to realize that, and we'll see a lot more people, I think, in the upcoming years have more joy in their life.
Yes.
Yes,
that's a real thing.
Yeah,
well, I appreciate you. I appreciate you calling.
I appreciate you too, Q. Mm-hmm. All right, have an amazing one.
Thanks. You too. Yeah, that's real. That is real. I no matter what, like, I had people tell me all the time, you'll be good at this, you'll be good at that. And I was running around chasing everything. I was trying this, trying that. But ultimately, I couldn't give up on what I love. And did I get paid for it? No. Do I get paid for things that I love doing? Not necessarily. You know, I probably could. But I love what I do. And that's why I do it freely. I want to give a shout out to everyone that's watching. Thank you guys so much for watching. But I was saying, discontent people, they often blame others or play the victim. They also wallow in self-pity. They don't take responsibility or own up to their mistakes. And they regret a lot. I don't think regretting helps any of us. It actually, I feel like, stifles our growth. When you stay in a place of regret and resentment. And so that's why you take charge of your life. Don't do nothing you don't want to do. Don't do nothing being forced, because you will come to resent it no matter how good it may seem. When it comes to ultimatums and marriages when you really don't love the person, relationships and you know you don't like them for real, like friendships and you know they're not good for you. That will create regret when you get exactly what you thought you would get from these different type of relationships. So make sure you're careful. Make sure you're careful with choosing the people that are in your life, the people that are close to you, and the people that are in your immediate space, because that's something that we can choose. We can't choose our family, But, you know, we can still love on them. And I will encourage you to love on your family while you can. Because, honey, people leaving up out of here. And I just want people, I want my family, I want everybody to know I love you. And you know it. And you know what? Ain't nothing you can do about it either. So, there you have it. But I want to encourage you, do not covet anything. This is one of the 10 commandments. And banishing your desires to whatever does not belong to you is something that you need to do. Banish them. They don't belong to me. I don't want it. Don't look at nobody else's man or woman talking about, oh, I wish I had them, or listen to people's issues. And, you know, so you can think I could probably do better. No, that's somebody else's. Don't even do it. Don't even put yourself in that position. Again, it's offensive to God when you covet someone else's things or their personality or who they are. Like, you got to find your own. You got to build yourself up in that. Attention turns from purpose to possessions or position. Again, we talked about that status and what that looks like. So Exodus 20:17, you shall not covet your neighbor's house. You should not covet your neighbor's wife, nor his male servant, nor his female servant, nor his ox, nor his donkey, nor anything that is your neighbor's. So my brothers and sisters, I'm not coveting what you have. I'm happy for you. And that's how we have to look at this thing. The Bible broke it down. Not even the donkey. Don't covet nothing. Don't covet not a thing, okay? I don't want your house. I don't want your clothes. I don't want your car. I don't want your man. I don't want your woman. I don't want nothing that's yours. I want my own husband. I want my own wife. Because there's some men in here talking too, okay? They say they want their own wife. They sick of it. That was a good plug. Plug. But no, it's something that we got to think about. I don't want nothing nobody have. That's where jealousy and envy come from. And it just creates something that's nasty. You don't even want that. How do we remain content? Because I talked about all the ways and the different things and how it looks. But how can you remain content? Rather than resenting where you are, look how far you have come. Just take a minute and look around. Just look around. Look how far you have come. Take that into account. Don't look lightly at that. Seriously. But the number one thing, again, like I said earlier, stay true to yourself. That's not nobody else, not your husband, not your wife, not your auntie, your mama, your daddy, your brother, nobody. Stay true to yourself. Keep family in your life. We have come to a time in a season where people are not wanting to be around family for whatever reason. And if you got some triggers and some hurts when you're around your family, listen to yourself. Listen to your body. Listen to your Holy Spirit. Move around if you need to. But just in the forefront of your mind, keep your family close. Check on them. Talk to them. Tell them you love them. It's needed because we don't know the day, the time, or the hour that we will not be here anymore. We are going to go. We don't know what time, what day, what hour. So every moment you have, think about how can I be content with where I am and just love on where I am until I get to my next, whatever that is. I'm getting ready to get ready to get ready to get ready to get ready. Okay? It's just a constant get ready. Every day I'm just going to get ready. What you getting ready for? I don't know. I'm getting ready. But I'm content with that, where I am. And so act on your goals. The goals that you set, act on them. They on the pages. They in the books. They on the vision boards. Act on them. Do it. Take one step. The next week, take another step. But start acting on your goals. And this will get you into a place of contentment. Release the past. Release, release, release. Release it. It has no place in your future. It's actually trespassing. It has no place here. We got to be mindful of that. But this will create true freedom. I want you to think about freedom. What does that look like? Practice gratitude. Practice gratitude. I have an alarm that comes on every day at 12 o'clock. And that's my gratitude alarm. And I just go crazy. I just thank God for, oh man, just everything. My eyelids, okay? Everything. Thank you that I got ears to hear, legs that I can walk. I can take myself to the bathroom. Like my hands, I can feel, I can see, I can smell. I go crazy. And every day, it's something different. Depending on like who I'm in the room with. I thank God for you. I thank God for you. I thank God for you. I go crazy. So I encourage you to do the same. It was told to me and I did it. It was just like something in a group text, like set an alarm for gratitude every single day. Show gratitude. So take control of your attitude. Stop blaming outside sources. It's so easy to do that. It's so easy to say my mama, my daddy, my grandma, my brother, my sister, my ex, my husband, my wife. Let's stop blaming people. Don't blame anybody. This creates true freedom so that you can get to a place of real contentment. It's not forced. It ain't fake. It's real. It's a real thing. Be a good steward of your finances. What you have, be content with that. I don't care how much you get, set it up and make it work for you. So you're not overdrafting and you're not, sitting here without no money at the end of the day or whatever. Just get tight with it. Be a good steward over what you have and it's going to yield to you. It has no other way to go but to you once you're a good steward over what you already have. And so be mindful of that. Don't compare yourself to your family or your friends. And we continue on this generational curses when we say that's just how we are. This is what we do in my family. We cuss. We do this. We fight. Like, why? Come on now. We grown. Why are we still talking about what our family did? And that's why we doing. And that's why we got. And no. Set your own path. Set your own lane. And trailblaze that boy. Like, what is we doing? Freedom is literally at your fingertips. Help someone else. Because it's so much better to give than receive. It's so much fulfillment in helping somebody else. So much fulfillment. It brings so much joy to help somebody that you know that cannot help themselves. Or what you have, they can help you. The word talks about it being a sin to see your brother in need and you don't help them. I actually seen that firsthand. Somebody I was really close to. And I needed something and they had it and they didn't. And it was like holes in their pockets. Every time we turned around, it was like, oh, that was what I asked for. But okay, it's gone. Bye-bye. So you don't want that to be the case. Because money is meant to move. It's currency. Which means give it something to do. It's going to come back. It has to come back. It's energy. It has to come back. Money is currency. It goes, it comes, and it goes. So find somebody. I want to encourage you to find somebody to help. This week, find somebody to help. Pay for somebody's coffee. Get somebody some food. Like, I don't give the less fortunate money. But I will, however, what do you want? And I'll go grab them something to eat. I'll grab them some socks, some shoes, a coat, anything. But I'm not easily to give money. But do whatever you're led to do. But just make sure you help somebody. Contentment is to be happy with what you have and find satisfaction in your present circumstances. Complacency, however, is being unsatisfied with how your life is in the moment, but still being unwilling to make changes to improve your situation. Don't be that person. In the beginning, I said, I pray that God gives you your heart's desire. And in doing so, you doing your work. You do the work that you're supposed to do so that whatever is for you, it can come to you and you'll be able to keep it. A lot of times we get stuff we're not ready for and we lose it. So I pray that God gives you your heart desire and that you don't become complacent and that you are willing to do what it is to get what it is you're trying to get. And I pray that you are content in your life. It doesn't mean that you're settling. It doesn't mean that you have a impoverished mindset. That means you're accepting the moment, you're accepting today, you're accepting your process, and you're moving forward. You're doing the necessary things to get the life that you desire. I want to leave you with this scripture. Philippians 4, 10 through 13, the NIV version. I rejoice greatly in the Lord that at last you renewed your concern for me. Indeed, you were concerned, but you had no opportunity to show it. I'm not saying this because I am in need, for I have learned to be content, whatever the circumstances. I know what it is to be in need, and I know what it is to have plenty. I have learned the secret of being content in any and every situation, whether well-fed or hungry, whether living in plenty or in want. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And so if you know that and you believe on that, hang on that. That's one of God's promises. Hang on it. Don't let it go. Don't let it go. I pray that you are in a place where this year you speak life, that you bring life, that you change your mindset and your attitude and what you're giving off and your vision and your relationship with the God that lives in you, the God that's eternal. I pray that this year will be one of your best years. I thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that this has helped you. If so, make sure you shout me out, okay? And make sure you share this with your family and friends. Don't forget, Poetry and Conversation, January 12th, 21573 Grand River. Don't forget about, I want my own husband, okay? Because I want my own stuff. I don't want you. I don't want your stuff. I want my own. But guess what? I love you and there's nothing you can do about it. Meet me here next week. Same time. Peace.